morning, it's Burgess Taylor and it's 7:52. I've been up for about 2 hours now. So usually today's finding water. I'm a week behind. Just so you know, I did my walk. I've done my artist date, but I haven't done what's in the book. So I'm gonna be a week behind. That's okay though. An extra artist date and some extra walking never hurt anyone. I received some happy mail from Mona. She's in my Destination Me group. Me and Karen and Jennifer and Debbie all formed the Destination Me group. And Mona has been following my videos for a long while. Mona sent me some Staedtler colored ballpoint pens. I put them in here. So all these colored pens, along with my husband's guitar pens, my pretty pens, my precious pens, they go in here. All but my fountain pens. And this is now at my writing desk. I have been rearranging, and the room is still a wreck. I will sort of give you a little bit of a tour. I've been planning for NaNoWriMo, and I've been rearranging this room along with a lot of other stuff in the house. Right now, it looks like a tornado hit my house. I have books, a bunch of books in a pile in the dining room floor to be donated. I have a garbage bag and a half full of clothes to be donated. I'm about to start going through some more clothes. Let's see, there's a basket right here behind me. I need to go through those clothes, and what I'm going to keep I need to hang up, and what I'm not needs to go in the bag to be donated. I have almost set up my artist desk. It's getting there. I switched the desk around, and unfortunately the desk, the antique smaller desk, it's not very wide, not very deep. So I have my monitor on a box that has ephemera stuff in it. My keyboard is rather large, and it kind of hangs off the edge of the desk. But you know what? That's okay, because I'm writing, and as long as I'm comfortable, it doesn't really matter. Most of the time I sit back in the chair and put the keyboard in my lap anyway. So when I do that, I actually have enough room to have the notebook on my desk if the keyboard's in my lap. It's much more comfortable, and I can technically sit at the big desk with my laptop to write if I wanted to, but I'm about to put the tripod on top of that desk, and I'm going to show you what I've really been working on, which is my writer's Bible. You know, I haven't done very much journaling in the last few days. I caught up, I think, until maybe Friday, or I don't think I did any real journaling yesterday. I took my son to work, picked him up a few hours later. He works half a day on Saturdays. When I picked him up, we came home and we started working. I moved the wardrobe from the end of the hallway because it stored my small kitchen appliances. We live in a small brick home, an adorable little brick house. It was built in the early 80s, and it's small. Square footage, people are talking about tiny houses. Mine's not a tiny house, but it is a little house. And you have to go vertical in a small space. You have to go vertical. And my aunt gave me these beautiful pieces of antique furniture, and this wardrobe is huge, and I love the wardrobe. But you make do with what you have. I'm not complaining. I love our little house. I love our little house. But I've had to realize that once my aunt gave me stuff, and then I had, the year before that, I had went to my parents and gotten the rest of my stuff. My husband's always, you know, he kept saying, joking around, baby, you have a lot of stuff. And I do have a lot of stuff. I accumulated things over the years. Some of those things I kept, some of those things I didn't, some of the things I wish I'd kept and didn't. So Friday, nothing wanted to go right. Everything wanted to go wrong. How I drew, knew that putting watercolor pencils straight on the Tomoho River paper and coloring it instead of doing it on like something plastic or the acetate or whatever, and then picking up the color, I knew better. And yet I wasn't thinking because I was flustered, I was tired, I was a bit stressed out because I'd already had some of the day go wrong. Everything I wanted to pick up, or everything I messed with, it seemed like everything I touched I dropped or something. Just having one of those days. And I thought, okay, well, if I paint and I draw, it'll make me feel better. And at the end, it did, and it turned out pretty decent. But I made a lot of mistakes that I know better. I should have dried it in between or waited for it to dry, but I'm impatient. And Friday, I was even more impatient. So I took some time away. Yesterday, like I said, I organized, I cleaned, we moved, we rearranged. We're not finished, either one of us. My son is going to help me go through some more of the stuff. My husband's working the weekend. Just been trying to get things together, trying to get things organized so that the space in here is actually more efficient. Let me show you what I've got in here. I may have to get the other camera because this is the webcam. So there's my desk, my red desk. And as you can see, I have some of the art stuff on there. Okay. Now, behind me over here, as you can see, right here, I'm backwards. This is where the bookcase, the smaller bookcase, and the shelves on the wall, and the white bookcase my parents gave me. This hasn't really changed. I did put some books up, have kind of rearranged a little bit, and then there's the red desk right here, and I'm going to have to get the camera to do that. I'll be back. Okay, so like I said, there's the red desk. And as you can see, here's my art desk. That's the tripod I use to hook the camera to when I'm going to talk. And I've rearranged a few things. There's my storyboard. That's a notebook. I need to find a place to put it. So the tripod's going to sit right up here. My son said I should put some of the books up here. Move that little typewriter, put my bookends and the little books right there. So I'm thinking about doing that. There's the pile of clothes I need to go through. See, here's the bookcases. And so you can kind of get an idea. So here's the desk, and there's the shoebox. It's going to go up there, I think, once I have it finished. Right now, it's just up here so that it's out of the way. It's covering up the mirror. So let's do a swing through. And I guess so you can see, here are some of my books. Harry Potter and Anne Rice, and some of my Shakespeare and Edgar Allan Poe writing books. I need to find a place to put those little boxes. My Jim Butcher books are all in here. And some more books are down here. Scrapbooks are right there. Okay, so let's swing in like we're walking in. Alright. And you can still see now I have my bags and stuff on the floor. I am still in the middle of cleaning this space. So when you walk into my writing room, that rag is hooked to the drawer because I use that sometimes when I'm painting to wipe my hands and stuff on. And then I use the baby wipes too. I keep baby wipes for when I'm doing the art stuff. You can't tell, but the curtain, I do it that way so that I get natural light in here. So when you walk in, here's the desk. The bookcase. That's primarily Stephen King and Dean Koontz. I have these. There are 3 of these that need to go up on the wall, the NaNoWriMo things, but I'm not going to put them up until I get the poster board up there so I know where I need to put them. And you see my little desk now that's going to be my writing desk. I'm still putting some stuff away. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my tarot cards because they're not going to go on top of my monitor. That's just not going to work. And those are currently like what I'm working on or reading or doing right now. Finding Water, my writing books, Zen and Buddhist books, the book Jen got me for the sketch once a day, James Patterson's Zoo, because I remembered I had it. I hadn't read it yet. Now I've watched the show, which is really odd for me. And then this red bookcase, it has art books, drawing books, journals, my journals, other people's journals, some of my spiritual books, some fiction, some non-fiction. There's like all kinds of stuff in here. And then, as you can see, I'm still organizing this space. And back here in the corner, there's my old storyboard. I'm still working on that story. And then there are shoe boxes and crates and things that have ephemera and stuff like that in it. All that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this space. If I want to put those bookcases up, I mean the little bookends up there with the little books and slide the typewriters over in the middle. I might do that actually. I'm still thinking, still trying to figure things out. And then there's the closet. Those are masks from New Orleans, authentic ones. A picture of a broken angel that a friend of mine gave me. That fan came from Japan. It was my aunt's. My very first camera is up there. So that's pretty much, that's what I've got. My cup of coffee.